They thought it would be funny. A harmless prank. A way to get a laugh at John Neely Kennedy's expense. After all, he wasn't the kind of man people usually imagine standing under the spotlight. He was a senator, known for his sharp wit, his country metaphors, and his no-nonsense approach to politics. But a singer? Nobody would have guessed. It all started one afternoon when a group of young interns on Capitol Hill were brainstorming acts for a charity talent show. Someone jokingly said, "Why don't we get Senator Kennedy to sing? That'll bring the house down." The room erupted in laughter, not because they expected him to agree, but because the idea itself felt absurd. Yet, to their shock, when they approached him with the invitation, Kennedy didn't brush it off. He tilted his head, gave them that sly half-smile he was famous for, and said, "Well, boys and girls, I reckon I got a voice God gave me for a reason. Might not be a good one, but it's mine. Sign me up." The interns blinked, unsure if he was serious. But he was. The night of the show, the auditorium buzzed with energy. Politicians, staffers, and community members filled the seats, eager for a night of laughter, music, and lighthearted fun. Most came expecting Kennedy's performance to be comic relief, nothing more than a punchline between the jugglers and the guitar players. When his name was called, the lights dimmed and the spotlight fell on him. He walked onto the stage, not in a fancy tuxedo but in his usual simple suit, tie slightly loose. The crowd chuckled before he even opened his mouth. People nudged each other, whispering, "This is gonna be good." Then, something happened. He began to sing. Not with the polished flair of a professional, but with a raw, earthy sincerity that silenced the laughter in seconds. His voice carried warmth, gravel, and heart. He chose an old Southern hymn, one that spoke of struggle, redemption, and grace. Every word seemed to carry the weight of a lifetime. He didn't just sing notes, he told a story. The audience leaned in. Faces softened. The snickers turned into stillness. For the first time that night, the entire room felt united in something deeper than entertainment. It was truth, soul, and vulnerability laid bare. Halfway through the song, Kennedy closed his eyes, and for a moment, he wasn't a senator, or a performer, or even a target of a prank. He was just a man singing from the marrow of his being. People began to tear up. Some clutched their hands together, others swayed gently, letting the melody wash over them. By the time he sang the last line, his voice trailing off into silence, the room erupted in applause, not the polite kind, but a thunderous standing ovation that shook the walls. Kennedy blinked, surprised. He gave a modest nod, chuckled softly into the microphone, and said, "Well, I guess the joke's on y'all." The crowd laughed, cheered, and clapped even harder. But the story didn't end with applause.